Alright guys, I'm gonna play East All-Stars versus West All-Stars here in NBA 2K14.
So here we have all the
Let's go.
star players from the east side versus the west side.
So here we have all the star players from the east side versus the west side. So we got like Kyrie Irving here, Dwayne Wade. Alright, no one understand that. Alright, let's go. Sounds about right.
So here we have some preview rituals from the star players.
So here we got like some pregame rituals of all the
Here we go, we got like
star players.
players acknowledging one another.
Here we go, we got like players acknowledging one another. And
You got like Blake Griffin doing his pull-ups on the basketball court.
so yeah, you got like Blake Griffin doing his pull-ups on the basketball court.
And you got like some
then you got like
presentation from the like a real life NBA game presentation.
Oh yeah, like some presentation from the like a real life NBA game presentation. There you got Dwight Howard doing his thing before the game, playing with the audience and playing with the fans and all that stuff.
So it really does create an authentic.
So that's what he usually does in an NBA game. So it really does create an authentic look to this game to make it more realistic of how they would all the characteristics of how the players would play like in the real life NBA game. So this game is powered by the new engine, the 2K Motion. Right, so
hold L2
to defend, you gotta like make sure you're right next to players. Hold L2 if you want to guard him hard. LeBron James guarding. I can't see it. Chris Bosh. Give it to Kyrie Irving. Let's see.
So I let go of the ball to
My bad.
early.
So I let go of the ball too early. I sort of there was a guy guarding me, so I couldn't. There's no way I could have made that shot technically. Okay. It's not me. So first bucket of the game. Alright, let's go. So do it on the top right. You can see all the specialty of the team of the player you have. Here I'm holding LeBron James. I'm gonna do some spin moves. The counterclockwise looks like that. So you gotta use the right stick to do spin moves. There, see.
I should have made it out open. So you gotta time your ball wisely. I press square to shoot.
I should have made it in. I was open. So you gotta time your ball wisely. I press square to shoot. So you gotta hold square. You gotta release it at the perfect timing when they're about to shoot. When they look like they're about to shoot the ball.
So this game does
Keep going on to LeBron James here.
how the camera angle works.
So this game does feel like a real live NBA game, like how the camera angle works.
Superstar right now. Here, yeah, like these two guys.
Paul George is a superstar right now. Here, you got like just 3 seconds.
Perfectly, the shot was executed.
I timed that ball perfectly. The shot was executed. The guy who was guarding me, Chris Paul, didn't time it wisely, but it's triangle, and like a guy. It's my opponent here. Let's keep it given to Kyrie Irving. And you got Chris Bosh here. Oh,
I must have followed it. I didn't see that part.
LeBron.
So you really got automatic substitutions.
I must have followed it. I didn't see that part. So you really got automatic substitutions. I didn't do it. Computer did it for me. Yeah, press square. Drew Holiday.
Oh, yeah, so this game really has a big improvement compared to.
So yeah, so this game really has a big improvement compared to 2K13. I played 2K13 for the PS3. This is 2K14 for the PS4, so it's a big improvement, obviously. Some of the biggest difference I can see is the control mechanics. For 2K13, if you want to shoot, you can use the L2 and the right stick button. For now, you just, for 2K14, you right away use the right stick without holding down the L2 button. So this is pretty confusing when I first played it because when I first played 2K14, I thought it was going to be the same mechanics as in 2K13. So when I tried to do spin move, I shot the ball. So there was some error there, and I found out what happened. He's a closer, and his pointer there. And that went in. You can see top right there was a dead eye. It's a shooter, a pure shooter. So you can tell he's gonna make it in, and he's a superstar. So you gotta make that ball. And Kevin Durant. And I let that guy have the ball. I didn't guard him wisely. So you can see on Dwayne Wade, there was a fire. Ooh, I made it in. Wow. So on the Dwayne Wade just now, you saw a flame on his circle over there on the floor. That represents his hotness. So he is currently on fire. So all of his stats, all of his
like the shooting, all that is increased because of
all the stats and his like the shooting, all that is increased because of how he's on fire. He keeps making the shots. He keeps passing the ball wisely. Here, okay, I want to do some. Okay, Dwayne Wade. Kyrie just fake shot. Dwayne Wade. Just now with Kyrie Irving, I just tapped the square because that means a fake shot. So all the guards will be the guard who's guarding me is gonna be intimidated by it. Oh. And that guy outplayed me over there. There's some other some moves over there. Oh, George. If I hold the L2 and stick, I can just do a flashy pass to you, like a no-look pass now again here. Dwayne Wade. Okay. Oh, wow. You can see just now what he was doing. He kept trying to fake the shots, so he passed me by. I missed that part. So here you can see substitution looks like they are in the real NBA game. Yeah. Now Dwayne Wade lost his flame because he think he missed a shot just now or something. Chris Bosh. Yeah, we can do some speed. Oh, George. Oh, my bad. I was trying to lock the ball there, but it didn't work exactly. So there are some other game modes in this game. One of the new game modes just for 2K14 on the next generation, which is the PS1 and Xbox One, is the My Career, which is a revamped version of a single player of like you become an NBA player. It's much more much more interactive. Because to get your team, there's not a lot of cutscenes and it's more of a do your own thing. But this one is like the story is made for you, like your own rival and all that stuff. So you start at the 2013 NBA draft. So the game talks about how your career progresses, and like there's like some cool things like endorsements, and like oh you're like Nike or Jordan contacting you, amongst other things. Here another automatic substitution like Drew Holiday, Carmelo Anthony again. You can see his top right is trying to. Ooh, wow, they made it in.
So yeah, this is the all-star in Houston. He's coming out in like just
So yeah, this is the All Star in Houston, which is coming out in like which is playing in February. So I'm playing right now, and this is the jersey from this year's All Star. So obviously we don't have they haven't released the All Star jerseys for this year.
So you can see the audience.
Oh no, my bad.
Fans over there. The fans here are much more
So you can see the audience, like the fans over there. The fans here are much more interactive compared to 2K13 or the past 2Ks. Maybe because of the power of the next generation, which a lot more power and all that stuff, more engine to be put there. So you see the bodies are much more realistic and much better graphic looking compared to PS3 and Xbox 360 era. So pretty much they have like PS2 graphics, whereas in the PS3 you have PS1 graphics for the audience or something like that. So here you have like the halftime here right now, which they showed like all the highlights from the first half, and there was like some commentators and all that stuff.
You can see this is like a real life simulation of an NBA.
So you can tell, you can see this is real life simulation of an NBA game. And you even get like advertisements like Sprint showing up over here.
You can see, look at the details of the basketball.
Here you can see, you can look at the details of the basketball.
Here you can see KD6's shoes. This year's
thing over there, that word. Here you can see KD6's shoes. This year's Kevin Durant's shoe. So this really brings the authenticity to this game. See, like my opponent timed his triangle perfectly, and it blocked me. And you can see like all this audio, all the fans, they jump when he gets the block. Okay, cool.
So you can see like there's a star over there.
Almost. Let me see.
It's a star.
So you can see like there's a star over there. It represents that it's a star NBA player. Yeah, Chris Bosh. Oh my God.
Goaltending there.
Ooh,
All the
over there.
obviously like real
You
life
see goaltending there. So all the rules are pretty much obviously like in real life NBA games. Kyrie Irving.
Or George. Expert, but then and you can see
Paul George.
Chris Bosh, his circle.
3-point expert, but that didn't make it. And you can see on Chris Bosh, his circle is a cold. So this represents that he's not doing so well in the game. Pretty much the opposite of the Flame, which makes his stats all go down. There's some substitutions again.
LeBron James also on the court right now.
Points of emphasis over there on what you should do. LeBron James also on the court right now. I'll change that. There. Now his coldness should be gone. If he scored a basket, usually the coldness will be gone by then.
So yeah, this does really feel like an NBA game. I mean, like, you're
So yeah, this does really feel like you're playing an NBA game. I mean, like you're watching an NBA game, even though you're playing. You're seeing. So you can do screenings like roll there. See, here another fake shot. It's LeBron James just shoot that in over there.
Most of the star players here are obviously going to have much more emphasis on the graphics.
So you can see like the star players here are obviously going to have much more emphasis on the graphics than the lesser known players. LeBron James has his signature headband over there. Oh, the pass was pretty off.
Lob pass over there. Pressing the L2 and square gives a lob pass.
See, like a lob pass over there. Pressing the L2 and square creates a lob pass. He should have dunked it, but I guess that works too. We'll see. Real life personal foul over there. He tripped my player.
Paul George.
Oh, really? Paul George. Very nice. And his ice is also about to go off. Kyrie Irving. Oh. I should have done man-to-man coverage. I tried to do the double team.
You can see the shot corner on top right, so make sure
you can see the shot quadrant on top right, A minus. So make sure when you shoot the ball, you have to hold the square, and release it when the guy is about to let go of the ball. If you don't, then the shot quadrant will go off. So you can see the Toyota Center, which is the Houston Rockets' stadium, and you just where all the who is playing the best game of the day. You can see Carmelo Anthony's getting spotlights of LeBron James. And you see like more emphasis on the star players like Chris Paul. You can see the graphics and LeBron James' tattoos. So this pretty much makes it like you're watching a real life NBA games, especially with the power of the new generation with the new graphics. Makes it all much more believable than the previous generations. Guy got a rebound. Kyrie Irving also cold. Oh, the guy tried to get my lob over there. I tried to duck him out. There, see, lob pass from Chris Bosh to Dwayne Wade. L2 square. It's pretty hard, but you gotta make sure that the player is there with no one guarding him, so that's when you can do a lob pass. Also, there's supposed to be a new game mode called the LeBron James mode where it gives like a hypothetical view of how his future will go down. I don't think the PS4 and the Xbox One version doesn't have it. They tried because of they got the My Player mode, which the PS3 version and the Xbox One doesn't have. So it cancels it out technically, basically. Yeah. And you can get more Gatorade. I mean, you can see the bottom right on the bottom is the substitution. Who's going down and who's coming in. Dwayne Wade going there. There, see another L2 square lob over there. That was be lucky. Usually in real life that won't work exactly. All the players wouldn't, the real life NBA players wouldn't do that technically. So yeah, there's some unbelievable like, of course games are unrealistic. So this game is realistic slash unrealistic, just because like you can do moves that players wouldn't normally do in real life, obviously. Okay, KG. See the coaches realistic too. They showed real life coaches. There's some generic coaches like in FIFA 14 or something like that. Hey, Carmelo's Anthony's hot right there. Try for the three. There, made it. Yeah, if you press hold down L2 when you're guarding him, it'll give him much more. It'll contain him technically. Yeah. Oh, three pointer. Kyrie Irving. Here I try to do some rolling. LeBron James hot right there. I should try to go for the ball. And made it in. So you can see on the top right he's a closer, which means when the game is on the line in the last few seconds of the fourth quarter, it'll make him much more stronger, much better. He's way off there. I should have tried to dunk that. Oh well. See, I thought I was playing 2K13 kind of, so I tried to do the L2 square out instead. I mean, game is over. So this is pretty much like how the presentation would work on the end. Pretty much like how NBA games are in real life. They show some commentators, and the commentator here is trying to say thanks for watching. Pretty much like how real life NBA commentators works. So yeah, so there's unrealistic and some unrealistic stuff. And you get in the end, like you get the star player who's playing the best game of the day, showing his highlights. So yeah, basically, realistically, everything is realistic except the part where all the or where you can control how the players play. And usually, how we play will be unrealistic compared like real life NBA players would play. Like just now, I tried to lob at such close distance, which makes no sense. But basically, that's all there is.